Hello, and welcome to Brigandine, the Legend of Forsena. We are playing a challenge mode live stream series. We are playing as Norgard, and we are playing with a special rule. With the exception of defense, we cannot use any monster that their first form, or first evolution if you will, costs more than 35 Rune Power, with the exception of unicorns that technically cost 40, but I do need healers, because I am not a complete masochist. I did try this yesterday on another live stream. I forgot to test things and the audio didn't work. But more importantly, I tried it where I only used monsters of 35, and I may still delete the larger monsters after we get set up better. But I probably will do that for other countries, like Leonia only has 2 places to defend initially. But for Norgard having as many as 4 defense places, I couldn't get enough monsters summoned and placed to actually give myself still a fair shake. It actually became not fun and not challenging, just stupidly pointless. So I'm going to allow myself to use them for defense until such time as I feel I'm ready to start attacking, after a few turns of gathering resources. And once I get to that point, I will delete them, summon the monsters I need, and replace them with those. Until that time, I've already pre-done my organization and skipped through the opening scene. It's a pretty simple organization. Whoops, that's domain. But see, at the bottom of the blue section at the top, we still have 4 castles to defend. That's why doing it the old way wasn't really feasible. So we're going to allow them big monsters only for defensive purposes while we build up the army. In the meantime, I have already gone ahead and set everything up. I'm basically moving everyone to the capital, where I will get most of what I need. What will I summon here? Here I can get just centaurs and unicorns, so I will send some people around over time. Probably just 1 spare knight that I have, I'll send around to grab those as needed. But for now I'm sending everyone up here because these 4 unit types here are all 35 or less. Lizard men are probably my favorite tanks for this, along with mandrakes, but lizard men are the ones we can easily get. I have to move the people from the capital somewhere else anyway, and first turn they never attack you, even if your castles are empty. So I'm going to move everyone up there, get them relatively ready to go with these, so they at least have some tanky units, a Jinn for some support, like shooting, and a Hellhound that can kind of hit and run and also do a breath attack. And that'll give me a nice little start at least. So we're going to go ahead and execute that. For this turn, I did not quest my extra knight or move them to anywhere out of the ordinary. I sent everyone up there, because the other thing is, as we skip through these cutscenes, not cutscenes, but dialogue. Excuse me for the coughing, where it is live, other than, I can't talk, other than hitting like a mute button that I haven't properly figured out how to set up. There's not really any way for me to hide it like in a video. So, the reason I sent everyone up here first is because we are allowing ourselves to use these monsters initially. So I'm going to take everyone's monsters, just all of them, move them over to here, and then rearrange them so that it's as balanced as I can get it. First thing I'm going to do is put the same monster types together, and I'm going to put tanks first. I want to put flyers first as well, because I want, obviously, while I am using them, want as many flyers as possible. So, let's go ahead and do some organization. They're not tanky, so they're second liners, so that even though they're flying, they can go where they are. These guys are tanky-ish, but not full tanks. Like, Hellhounds can kind of be backup tanks if you need them, but for the most part, they're secondary units. So, that's why I'm rearranging things a bit. I'm also putting the full support characters, like these guys, at the very end. That's if you're wondering why I keep specifically focusing on moving the Pixie. It takes an extra second or two, but it helps my ADHD brain focus. These guys are second liners, so they can go right there. These guys, this evolved version of a... oh, this is the other thing actually I was going to mention. The reason I specify starting at 35 or less rune power is this guy's already an evolved form of a Djinn and costs 45. However, because he is from the Djinn family and Djinns qualify, I can actually keep him permanently, despite starting at 45 because he's pre-evolved. But yeah, the demons have two different spell options. One goes up to 3 hexes, so that's why I put this guy here, because he's only 2 hexes, and I want them in sort of that kind of type of an order. I'm not going to go too crazy with it at this point, as long as I keep the monster types more or less in the same spot, so I can find them easily. Although, having said that, what I will do is put my tankier units still like that. But I won't go as crazy as I started to once I realized that I have like 40 monsters to do this with. Like, you can go up there. Oops, I forgot he was coming out of the inventory. And you can go there. I will reorganize it a bit, but that's good enough. I'll do that. That, and then I'll just put the Hydra there. It doesn't matter if it's the same type of... sorry, I lost my train of thought. The exact same, like, order I was originally planning for. As long as it's close. So, like, I'll actually move that one down, because it's easier than swapping them. Clay golems are technically not allowed because they're 45. And honestly, I don't use them a ton anyway, but I will keep the first one, obviously. And then Lizard Man needs to go up there. You go over there. There. TV's trying to be a jerk and shut off on me with its auto shut off. Go away. There, close enough. Ghouls, I'll leave at the end because they're kind of a special case, because I'm going to try to sort of hide them, use them as emergency tanks and blockers, but I'd actually like to hide a couple of them and get some levels on them so that they're more useful long term before I do anything with them. So let's put the dragon there. Giant can go there. You can go there, and then that's fine that you can stay at the bottom. But I do want to put some organization into this part because it makes it easier for me when I go to assign them to make sure I'm balancing things. Honestly, the golem can stay there because I care less about the golem. Giant scorpions, however, are very important because they're one of our main tanking units we're going to be able to use this playthrough once we actually get to that stage. So I'll actually move the rest of them over and then I'll rearrange them. That's probably the simplest way to do it, so I don't have to keep jumping back and forth quite as much. But I do still, for the ones I'm using for defense early, want to make sure it's still well balanced. So, first things first. Vaynard is definitely going to be someone I actually give pretty much all new monsters too. And mostly the ones I actually want to level with. Even though he can hold a crap load. Because... well, actually no, until we're ready to start, I'll give him one of the big ones, because yeah, I know he can hold it. I'll give one to Gwynglane, however that's supposed to be said. I'll probably call him Gwynglane, because I forget the I's even there. We're going to give her a Wyvern. We're going to give Yvain a Wyvern. We're going to give Palamedes a Wyvern. We're going to give Road Bull one. Then we're going to give Noe a Griffin. We have Kirkman a Griffin. Actually want to do rocks next because I want to do the flyers first while I'm using them. Sorry about that again. I tried my best to turn my head, but my room's a little echoey. But yeah, I actually want to do my best to use flyers as much as I can while I can, because I actually can't use really any flyers after a while because of how much they cost. But while I can use them, I'm going to. And then for now, I will give him a Hydra. Actually, I'm just going to give him smaller monsters because he doesn't have a lot of rune power, but I do want to use him because I want to level him up. I'm actually going to give him 3 of those. A unicorn and a pixie, and that will fill him perfectly. I know roughly what teams I want to make. So, we should probably do that, actually. Hector is going to be with Baynard. And he is going to be with... probably... let's go... Xeraphon. Oops. Now, the only problem is this ordering doesn't stay when I leave the menu, so I have to do it all now. If Gwynglane is going to be my main leader for party number 2, he's going to go with Road Bull, I think. Actually, he's going to go with Kirkman. And then we'll do Noe, so there's at least one low-level knight there. Then we're going to go... Brangian. We'll put Brangian. Do I want to go Dillard or do I want to go Palamedes for that? Or maybe Yvain. Yvain's probably the right call because then there's a little bit of Rune Knight healing to help. So we'll go Yvain, Brangian, and Elaine. Then we're going to go Palamedes, Road Bull. No, I moved Elaine. I didn't mean to do that. Elaine's with that group. Although, even though it's not magic, she can shoot 3 hexes and how it kind of helps fill the same kind of role, but... And then I think I'm going to go... Palamedes... Road Bull and Shast, and then Fatisha will quest for a little bit. I do want to level her, but her rune power is a little bit low. I mean, that doesn't matter too much with the 35 challenge, but it still does play a factor. So I'll let her keep the Griffin, though, because I'm not too worried about that for now. Elaine is going to need cheap monsters as well. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to give her 2 scorpions we started with. I'll give her a pixie and a unicorn. She has 40 left, so I will give her a centaur. Lovely stuff. Now, let's go to the top. You're going to get a dragon. You're going to get a regular dragon. And you're going to get a dragon. Actually, Branchian's going to get, or a Hydra, rather. That said, with 237 or something rune power, Yvain can also get a regular dragon. Now, who's going to get a unicorn? Your unit has at least one, but you also have no regular healers unless I switch Zareth into Priest, which I might actually do because he's level 7, so he's mastered Mage. And that's I probably will in case I need emergency healing, although I do plan to still use him basically as a mage. Let's see. So I do want a unicorn. She's a proper healer. He can heal, and Shiki is a full healer. So they're, for starting out purposes, till I get more monsters, they're kind of pretty well covered. Elaine, Yvain has healing, and then the one unicorn. Alamedes has a full healer with him. But there's also 2 knights that are going to be in the main fight. So I think we're going to give Road Bull... Actually, let's give Shasta, or Dillard, sorry, not Shasta, is the lowest level. So let's maybe actually give him a unicorn and a pixie. Because then he can top anybody up who gets beat up. I definitely want to use all my actual 35 monsters first, actually, now that I think about it. So let's give you a archer. You count, so let's give you to Vaynard. That way he himself is red dot, or blue dot, and then he's got lots of red dot. Let's give him a Hellhound. Let's give Zareth a Hellhound. And maybe a Ghoul. You're full, which is fine, because you have most of the tanky units. Vaynard can also, from careful, tank himself, so that's a good mix of tanky units and hit and run units. Let's see. Maybe I should give him an archer, actually, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tanks. That's a pretty balanced team, actually. We'll do that. And we'll give you a Hellhound. We'll give you a Djinn. Give you an archer. We'll give you, actually, for now, a demon. And then maybe the ghoul who can emergency tank and hide behind people. And then we'll give you Golem. For now. And I'll actually give you 2 golems. And maybe a Djinn. It's decently balanced, I think. You have pretty good rune power, so we'll give you a giant. You have tons of rune power, so I'm actually going to give you the demon for now. I'll give you a giant. We'll give you that one. Since Fatitia's not going to need it, we'll give you the Griffin as well. And then we'll see what we can summon from there. We have assigned all the monsters. Good stuff. We also start with an item, which I'm actually going to give to Brangian. because her bow is based off her attack, and I want her to do more damage because she can shoot from 3 hexes. So, that seems like a good call to me. I'm going to take a quick drink. Give me a sec. Okay. It was a little bit stuffy. It always is, pretty much, unfortunately. It's just the way it is. So, with what we have here, I want to start with 3 lizard men. And we'll assign them somewhere, and we'll do it in stages so I don't accidentally burn through too much mana too fast. So you definitely need one of those. And I'm putting those kind of on. I'm actually going to order this differently than I normally would, because I want the monsters that I can keep after the defenses when we start attacking to be near the front, just so I can identify them more easily. So, I can actually give you another one. But you have a pretty good helping of monsters anyway. You, however, do not have any tanky units that can be used going forward, so you should take that. You should take one as well for the same reason. Okay. Now, let's do this. Do another 3. So definitely want at least one reasonably good, cheap tank on everybody's units. So it might take me a minute to set this up, but I promise there's a point. I'm actually going to give Palamedes a couple of them because he doesn't have much, and he has decent rune power anyway. So let's hire a few more. Another 3. I'm also trying not to burn all of my mana, because the more monsters I summon, the less mana that comes in to summon more. Because there's an upkeep cost involved. So you're completely full, you're completely full. You have scorpions, which aren't as good, but they make you have some tanky units, and you're nice and full, so I like that. So you can take one. You can take one. And you can take one. No, you can't quite take one. Alright, well, in that case then, since you can fit one, you take the golem. Because I want, like I said, I want as many people as possible to have at least one tanky unit, whether it's a scorpion or one of these guys, that I can actually like try to focus and be like, okay, other than the generals themselves, if I can set up a kill for the monsters that are keepable, so much the better. So let's start with that. Now, that way I can save some of my mana. So we're going to do Vaynard, Zerafin, and Hector. They're going to go over here. Actually, who did I give the Hydra to? Brangian, okay. That's important for reasons I will show you in a moment. Zerafin and Hector. You're going to go that way. Younglane. Noe and Kirkman. You're going to go over there. Rangian, Yvain, and who were you going with? Elaine. I forget who I gave that to already. Branching. Okay, that's perfect. Branching, Evane, and Elaine can go to Jukes. And then Palamedes, Road Bull, and Dillard. And go over to Humber. Now, the reason I care so much about where the Hydra was going, because they are big and slow, except on water. So if they attack me across this big lake river thing here, I can put the Hydra on it and make it a lot more mobile. Although as a defender, it's not as big of a deal, but it still helps. Now, the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move... I am going to quest her in a few turns, but first... I need unicorn. I want unicorns even more than pixies, I think. The unicorns I can get there. Is it here I get pixies? No, I get ghouls there. If I need real bad meat shields. Excuse me. Is it Alarim? I knew that there's some place I can summon a freaking pixie. Cardiff? No. Maybe it's Humber. I thought it was one of the left-hand ones. Nope. Apparently I just can't summon pixies. I could have sworn I could, but... Oh no, it's actually in Jukes. Okay. And Lizardman, honestly. So that's a good place to build a team, because if I can't get any healers quick, then at least I can get Protect spells and Lizardman. Good to know. But I'm going to send... I do want to get a couple healers. So I'm going to send Batisha to Cenodon, where I can get unicorns. And we're going to go ahead and start the movement. Lovely. So, you're probably going to attack me. Which is fine if you do, because I'm pretty well equipped to deal with that in this. I have a full healing general who can also Divine Ray for a bunch of damage. And does he have area heal as a bishop? He does. He can also Halo, if I really need to land an emergency hit with a Clay Golem. Plus we got a Pixie, at least one Pixie and Unicorn, we got some Flyers. Palamedes and Dillard can do good damage and tank. I almost guarantee you they're gonna... Oh, maybe they aren't gonna attack me. Maybe I should go attack them. Because if I manage to get the first attack off and win against the Empire, I can get an extra general that I desperately need. So that might actually be worth my time. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Oh no, I can't this turn, that's right, because of all the movement. But I still wanted to rearrange, so I'm glad I did that. Then we have Gunglain and Noe and Kirkman. And they're defending against against Orkney. That's gross. They're almost for sure going to attack me, and I'll probably lose. And then we have Vaynard's team over here, which is pretty stacked monster-wise. And then we have these guys who are tough, but I think I can beat them. Alright, so who's going to be able to get Shootlace? Because it sure as heck isn't me. So, I set up a second memory card slot so that I could save my live stream ones, because you only get 3 save files regardless of memory card space. There we are. Let's execute and see what happens. They did attack me from New Almechia, which is interesting. Not that surprising, really, but... so, we're putting Ector on the castle. I could put Vaynard on the castle, but I want Ector to actually do more of the fighting. Because yes, Vaynard, it's good to get him levels, but these two I really need to level up. And Vaynard, if I really care, I can also hide it in the second or third row because he can do some spells. Skip all this dialogue. So, What I think I'm actually going to do, though, is I'm going to actually put Vaynard as one of the flanks for Hector. Like maybe here. Or actually maybe here, because they're going to use the road to travel probably a lot to get up here faster. So if I put him on the road, they might stop in front of him, and I want Hector to get to fight. But if I put him here, they're more likely to come over that way, because they'll probably try to target Vaynard and take him out. But if they do that, that also puts them next to Hector, who I can try to get most of the kills with. So I think what I'm going to do is move you out of the way for now. Like, out of the way. Same with you. You go up towards the back because you're not my main line units. You can more or less stay where you are for now. So can you. I'm going to move you roughly over here for now. I'll put you about there for now. Even with the road, it's going to take them at least 2 turns to full turns to reach me. Like, they might reach me on turn 3, but not before. So, gives me some setup time. First thing I immediately want to do is put Xerafen behind Hector for maximum magic capabilities with the plan I'm hoping works. I want to put him over there for now. I'm going to hide him at the back. I'm going to put you... I'm actually going to leave you there. And put you towards the back for now. Because the other thing is I still want to put the unicorn there. So it should be able to reach all the most important units. Move the pixie out of the way. So what I would kind of want to do is make little funnels like that. I want Vaynard in that spot. Let me move him up to here for now. Because the thing is, yeah, I can use these big guys to defend, but with the rules of the challenge, I can't use them to advance. So I want to try to get levels for the generals and the monsters that fit the challenge, so that when I actually start progressing, they're the ones that are getting leveled up. So you can actually stay where you are. Could have moved the lizard man back to make a funnel point, but I'm actually going to move the flying dragon forward to help with breath attacks. And I'll show you what I mean by that. You back up one. I suppose if I'd backed him up one, I could have done a breath attack like down this way, which actually... That's actually a very good breath attack, and that's what I'm going to do, is back him up one. This lizard man is going to come up this way. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide some people in this area. Because I could do a breath attack straight down across. And that would cover these 2 hexes where I want people to funnel. So I think I'm going to pull him back one. And that also creates another little spot here that he can hit with the breath as well. The dragon, I kind of want to just leave there-ish. Because then also it's harder for them to get these lizard men, which means they won't get as much XP, but they also might not get killed as fast. Or I could put him up there to help protect the back end. That's a good idea for now. And then we'll wait with him. And we'll wait with him. It's a little bit of a weird setup, but normally, obviously, you would focus building the dragons, but in this challenge, because of the exception to the rule where I have to progress with certain things, I don't want to do that. So what I want to do is I want to put this guy here so that he can hit the most people in these hexes. to help take care of any issues. I want to put you there. I want to actually back you up one. And you're fine where you are. I'm going to back you up one. Make another choke point. Make kind of a... It's facing in a weird direction, but again, they're going to come up the road for the most part. Not entirely, but to start they are. So it's a good spot to put him. And it helps protect the monsters that I want to protect. I'm happy with it. Let's leave it, because I'm not wasting the protect spells till I know they're actually close enough to matter. Now, a nightmare is by no means the most important leveled up monster in their army, which they have a few of. A stone golem, a nightmare. Because a nightmare once it is a unicorn that went the dark route as it were. So it loses its healing, but dimension and weakness do suck. Also, it's just a leveled up monster, so I'd like to get rid of it. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to beat the dog ass off of it with a white dragon. White dots are good against black. Now, the only tricky part about having him that far up is he can't really breathe on anybody, so maybe I'll move him over one. Like that. That way, if they start to come up the side, he can breathe on them. Now, the other thing I could do is breathe over my lizard man and hit this guy, because I don't want to leave him out in the open, because djinns cannot counterattack. They also can't be counterattacked, but they cannot counterattack. Now, because his rune area is so big, I could also put him here and fire breath down on these guys, but then they will kill it. And it is a monster that I actually can keep when we start advancing, and I'd like to. So for now, what I think I will do instead, because he's relatively protected, I will just do it. He's going to take a lot of damage from it because it's fire on water. And in this game, the green dots, in the Grand Edition, the Japanese only sort of, not exactly sequel, but sort of expanded version. Sort of a quasi-sequel, not quite DLC, it was a separate game, but they changed a almost like a remake 2 years later. It was the same basic game and graphics, but they changed a lot of the abilities and stuff. In this version, green dots are neutral. They don't really, except maybe other green dot creatures, they don't really do anything special, which has its benefits and hindrances. But because of that, red and blue go against each other instead of red to green, green to blue, and blue to red. So that means red is good in the other direction as well, which does mean this is going to hurt, but it also means that I can severely set that nightmare up for Ector to get a kill. And he's protected enough that I'm not worried about it. So for now, we're good. Ector should get at least one level from that kill. Probably only one, but because it is a monster and not a general. But he should get one. I could also get it with Xerafen, but I'd rather get it with Ector because he's on the front lines, so it matters more immediately. Also, I forgot I was going to switch Xerafen to Priest, but that's okay. I'll just leave him as a mage. It's not the end of the world. I could also get it with that guy, which would be a good idea, because if I get him to level 10, since centaurs are permanent monsters in our army, he can become a high centaur and shoot 3 hexes away instead of 2. But I think ultimately I should get it for Ector first. He's the only monster that's there, so we're just going to actually wait with his whole team, I think. Yeah. Let's get that over with. Good day, sir. Thank you. He got to almost exactly the same amount of experience needed as he had for the last level. Cool. I should probably heal that lizard man. I'm going to protect spell. The thing is, on the one hand, I want to protect spell him because he's only level 6, but I should also protect spell Vaynard because if he does get taken out, I for sure lose. Let's do Hector for now, because there's not that many things I don't think that are going to reach anyway. And the things that will almost assuredly go near him, probably. Not for sure, but most likely. Let's heal the lizard man. If I still have to run away, then I still have to run away, but at least I'm in a good position. That's where I was kind of hoping he'd go between Vaynard and Hector, but Vaynard can still frost spell him, so. Plus 15% evasion and stone golems usually miss, so extra good for me. Cool. I kind of want to kill the stone golem, because it's worth a lot of experience, and it gets rid of a high-level monster. I also really want to focus fire Malignant. So here's what we're going to do. First things first, right out of the gate. White dot energy breath down that way, because that's going to hurt both of them. So Malignant's in pretty rough shape. Not pretty rough shape, but down a bit. I should probably at this point do something like, so if I go there, I'm going to hit Hector. If I go there, I'd hit the dragon. If I go there, I wouldn't hit either one, but the Ifrit's going to be in danger. But less danger, so let's do that. Because on that side, there's not really any monsters coming up yet, although there soon will be. But I do want to weaken both of these guys as much as I can. And you know what? Even though I said what I said about these guys, I do still want to... How much movement is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. You should be able to back up a space, because they can hit and run. And black versus white dots. Yes, okay. I know what I said about the lizard men, but in this battle I also need to weaken these guys for later battles. So I will move this guy down and hit that angel, because I want to spread as much damage around as quick as I can. Now, I could just attack the golem with him. It might miss him back. I could frost spell Malignant, try to take him down. I think I'm going to go... Could also Geno Frost and hit both of them, but it'd be less damage, but it would also hit the angel. But that's his whole unit, so... But he wouldn't have enough to Geno again, but he would have enough to... He'd still have enough to do another Frost. Hell with it, let's do it. Is it the smart play? Maybe not, but for what I'm trying to accomplish right now, I think it might be. Because nobody can reach them with any heals. They can move in, but they can't reach them. Now, your attack power is 206. Your defense is 113. I should, if I can reach him, which I can't. I could have probably killed him with that guy, but that's okay. He went after Vaynard and missed, which is great. The other good thing is the Ifrit and the dragon are in the same unit. So I can just use the... I can either use the Ifrit and then let the dragon breathe over him, or I can move the Ifrit and shoot somewhere else now that more monsters are starting to move in. Like maybe put him there or something. And then just breathe down on these three. What I'm definitely going to do is try to take at least one, if not both of these guys out. So, because we're playing defense, I will worry more about just winning right now. Like I said, if I can get the lizard men and stuff leveled up first, great, but I definitely want to be doing damage to as many things as possible. because we are on the defensive. So let's shoot that stone golem, do a little bit of damage. If I thunder spelled him, he'd probably be close to dead, but I also want to do more damage to Malignant. Yeah, let's Geno Flame all 5 of them. That'll kill the angel for sure. Go away. I'll do significant damage. You can't reach anywhere useful, so stay put. You're staying put anyway because I'm trying to keep you alive. Can you now get down there? You can. Okay, let's do this. You have 203 attack, 134 defense. That should be more than enough to kill. It is. We've used him to kill both the classed up monsters. Fantastic. We've gotten Ector 2 levels. This is going exactly how I wanted it to go. Now, you have 208 attack power, 131 defense. You have 202. Let's see how much damage you do. 77. So I think... Ow, that really sucked. So let's protect spell this level 3 lizard man. Actually, probably should have protect spelled Ector again, but whatever. I didn't, so... Now let's also definitely heal that guy, because whatever happens, he's almost dead, and I would like to try not to get him killed. Alright, now... If this guy kills him, he's going to get a bunch of experience, but he's also going to be a target. But the dragon is there to help. So hopefully he'll live. I got him. Lovely stuff. Level 6. I can now move him down to here. I'm actually going to attack this griffin because they have no way to heal him. But I also can't finish him, I don't think. With what I have left. No. So if I don't hit him, maybe he'll stay there and I can finish him with somebody else. So let's hit this guy instead. They're probably not going to run away, but I'm hoping they do. I'm actually going to back you up because currently... Although if I put you right there, you're in grave danger from these guys. But I could also do a bunch of damage. Let's do this. You have 266 attack power. You have 105 defense. Well, here, first things, easy things first. Breathe down on those two. This is why we moved him down. Because first couple fights, we'll get the levels with low with generals and our better preferred monsters where we can, but we gotta win too, or at least survive. I put him there and start wailing on this dragon. Nice crit. 157, and he critted me back, but I'm flying, so he does less damage to me. If I frost him, he's definitely dead. I'm almost positive. So let's do this. You're gonna go next and heal stuff. Can't reach him with a heal. But I can do this. That hurts, but I can also tuck it, tuck tail, and run up to here. Now I could also potentially move this guy. I can't move him over there, but like I said, I could put him there and hit those two. Which he already got breathed on, so then one of them will probably heal themselves. We'll think about that. Let's frost spell the griffin. He didn't die. Unfortunate. I could still fire breath. Since I don't care as much about the rock because I can't use him forever, maybe I do this to make sure he dies, because I just want monster kills. Because I'm trying to convince them to run. And the good thing is I got rid of an entire general and his entire unit. Downside is it was all from one unit, so I don't know if that'll be enough to make them run. Yeah, I could move I could move there and attack him to do more damage, or I could do damage there. But I kind of want to leave that spot open. Yeah, screw it. Let's hit the dragon. It'll be fun. He'll probably die, but monsters will die at some point, or they'll just retreat. And we win. This also works for me. And we got a level 7 lizard man. The ghoul gets 2 levels because they need such little XP to get their early ones. Which is why I knew hiding him at the back was fine. And nobody else attacked. Pardon me. Speaking of extra knights, we're going to get a free one here in the form of Morholt, a druid. So we obviously didn't get any class ups yet. I could change his class, but now that he's as far as level 8, I don't really want to. I prefer to do it at level 6 if I can. Like, I could have also changed him, but it's fine. I'd honestly rather leave him the way he is. Mainly because if I happen to quest anybody and get like a fighter sword, he's currently the only one who can use it. Whereas other types of swords and punchy things and items, there's more classes that can share them. So, we'll leave Zerafin the way he is. Morholt, you need some monsters because I'm going to be using you soon. Although I'm not going to be using you right away because I have my setups that I'm happy with. So I actually won't spend any excess stuff on that. I will just quest Morholt for a turn. Although I could use him to go get my pixies and stuff, because well, no, the pixies are in that castle anyway. Okay, so who still needs unicorns? You guys do, and there's ways I can rearrange stuff to give at least one more person a unicorn here. They also have a full healing general, so I'm less worried about them. You guys have one but no full heal generals, so I should make sure you get one. Be tough to make space for it, but I can always delete a giant or something if I have to. Definitely want one. They don't have one at all, and just the one... They have 2 generals that have heals, but only one full healer. But they should definitely get one, plus they definitely have room for it here. That's 2. And then these guys have 1 healer. And enough room that I can make up another one. He actually has enough room to just take one. So let's do 3. So let's just do 2 for now because I don't know quite where I'm going to fit the third one on the other team. So let's go over here. I'm just going to quest with her for now because she'll eventually go back to this castle where one of the places I want to put stuff is anyway. I forgot to set my options. No, I actually do have them set from before. Perfect. Okay. I think we're good to go. Let's execute the move. What's here now? A lot more stuff. And there's healing, but there's enough pretty easily killable stuff still. Like maybe a general or 2 if they move in. That I can still probably attack from here and win. The only thing is, technically, I'm not supposed to attack with these monsters. I mean, there's nothing stopping me, my challenge, there's nothing stopping me from saying, except with the exception of the first Empire Castle, which I think I might just do because I really want to get the ability to recruit Shootlace. Because I need more generals, and right now the only way anytime soon to get more is to recruit them. So I'm going to try it. I will still hold to the fact that once if I succeed at this battle, or if someone else also beats the Empire before I get a chance to, once that happens, I won't try this again. So this is, I'm either winning and getting access to Shootlace, or they're going to get Shootlace before me, and that's the end of that. But I will at least let myself try, because I think that's fair. They are very clearly looking like they're going to come up and attack me. Which, with the amount of flyers, a decent amount of healing, pretty good tanks, and they don't move any better on water, but they are good in water for, like, to hit and evade and stuff. So I have lots of good options, so honestly, bring it the hell on if you want to. I don't care anymore. Orkney, I really don't want to deal with them until I have to. And also, I said I wasn't going to try and do more than 1 attack with these monsters. Now, one of his lizardmen is level 7, which is lovely. He's now level 7, and will be almost for sure level 8 next encounter. He's already level 8. All the lizardmen, plus another lizardman, got a lesser kill, or general damage or something, and ended up getting through 3 levels as well. Once I get him to at least level 10, and he becomes a vampire, he becomes very useful. So, let's go ahead and save. Pardon me. Nope, wrong memory card. Although that is where I attempted to save my failed first stream yesterday. Now, I'm already happier with how this is going anyway. Plus, they did also attack me there last failed stream attempt, and it did not go as well, so I'm definitely glad we did that. So let's run this. They were defeated. They did not succeed at taking the castle, so if we do manage to win this, we will be able to get Shootlace. This is a pain in the ass castle, but we'll see what we can do. They also have a Hydra. We do have a decent amount of flyers, though. That will help. Let's get Yvain going. And also the lizard men, like I said, they don't move any faster. They're still 4 movement on water, but they're 4 movement, not basically 0. And the flyers can ignore the water, so we're in pretty good shape there. Brangine has lots of movement in rune area, so her units can still make progress. We have to get her Hydra to the water, but once we do, it will have like 6 or 7 movement. So that's good. The demon can fly, so we're good there. You're going to need to do the normal travel method, so it'll be slower going for you, unfortunately. Although at least the unicorn and the centaur, words are hard, can make progress, and so can the flyer. And we do have a decent amount of tanks, including Yvain himself otherwise, so we're not in terrible shape. Yeah, see, they can still only move 4, but they can at least move the full 4 on water. That does free us up a little bit more. I'm going to put that guy off to the side. They are not ready to move yet because we're not close enough. On hard, they'll only come within approximately 3 hexes, depending on who's able to move where. If they have an archer, sometimes they'll do it in 4. Move him down. We'll put you there for now because I'm trying not to trigger them until I can get in better positions. Obviously, there's limitations to that because there's not a lot of space here, but that's where all the flyers and water creatures can come in handy. But I do want my generals at least close to the battle before we get to that point. Now, you move as far as you can. You can't really go anywhere yet, and you can fly over the water. The other thing you can also do is get like a djinn or something that you don't mind losing and just send it straight down and make them attack it. And then they'll eventually come up after you, but the only tricky part is then you have to wait for them to travel. Whereas at least this way you're able to travel a bit yourself. So for now, I'm going to put you there maybe? Yeah, I'll put you off to the side. I could get him right there, but I don't really want to yet. That puts him within 3, so let's put him there. Although, 1, 2, yeah, they might still move over. I probably should put him over 1, like up here. Get the dragon somewhere quasi-useful at least. The giant can just hang out there as long as he's in the rune area. I thought he might do that. That's okay. Not many things are going to be able to reach him properly. The wyvern can, but it is what it is. The scorpion can't, and none of their other generals can. Also, she can now shoot the Jesus out of these things, so let's shoot the wyvern, because it's long-term more dangerous. Put you in front of her. Bring you down to here. Move you over to hit this guy. Now, wyverns are good against each other and other flying creatures, so that's why I made sure to hit him. And then let's put you right behind these guys, because then you can curse him. Next turn. Let's get you down further. I can't really get you everywhere that I'd like to. Can't get my healer where I'd like to either, which is unfortunate. I mean, at least move you down here for protect spells. This is the tricky part of this. Because now I'm going to have to start moving one thing at a time. She cast Halo on the rock, which out of all her monsters, it's interesting she chose the rock for that. But I guess it's because he's got more evasion. Oh, and he turned me down. Cool, cool. It does mean he takes way less damage because he has 150 defense. Not really wanting him to be, you know, stone though. So let's see. Can I get the dragon anywhere useful? Not while these guys are alive. So let's see what we can do about making that guy less alive. There's a crit for 148 damage. I could heal, or I could, which he probably should heal himself actually. Move this guy around here. He still did enough damage even as a flyer, or against a flyer. He also got 3 levels from that. Still can't go anywhere. Now I could move 1 hex this way, because then this guy can just fly around. But then if I move, I can't heal. And I probably really should heal. So let's do that for now. Could have also... Yeah, see, I can't really send him anywhere else. I guess I could back him up one, but then that wouldn't really help anything. I'm just going to leave him where he is for now. Although doing that would allow her to take that spot and do some spells, but... 1, 2... She can't spell anybody right now. So at least move him out of the way. I thought he might do that. Hydra will heal a bit while he's in the water, which is not great. But, oh good, he poisoned my level 4 lizard man. Love that. Big fan, big fan. Alright, so what we want to do is try to protect that guy if we can. If I move you down 1 to here, I still can't curse anybody. What I can do is venom you. She'd have less accuracy, but she has such high agility and accuracy, she should still hit this guy anyway. But I think I'm just going to shoot. And just try to do a bunch of damage to that thing, because it's the thing most in my way right now. Could move him over here. Even with her big rune area, I can only get to him. Now, I could get to him. Probably wouldn't be a terrible idea. And actually, I probably should do that with my current options. He's not going to do much damage because he's blue, but I'm just trying to weaken as much stuff as I can as quick as I can. Can you hit anything? No? Alright. Let's fog you because I can't do anything more useful. It missed. Great. Love that. Let's get you somewhere that you might be somewhat useful. Start moving you around. Let's protect spell. Yvain's fairly safe right now, although he might breath weapon. But not much can really get around him, I don't think. So let's protect spell the level 4 lizard man, because he's level 4. And that's about all we can do, really. That's actually useful. Take a little bit of damage. Oh, you can reach her. That's not very good. She can do good damage back to you, so that is good. This is not going to go well for me. I should probably run away. Am I going to? Probably not, because I'm an idiot. But I should. You failed. Yep, you hit that guy who you can't do enough damage to. You kill that guy. Probably should have backed him up, but I didn't. I'm going to move you around to here. I'm going to start trying to do damage to feel. I'm not going to be able to do enough damage. Could move him out of the way. Oh, I can actually reach him to heal. So yeah, let's do that, because I don't want Feel taking a bunch of damage anyway. And that puts him in better shape. He's still poisoned, but that is what it is. I'm not going to hit him if I move there, because I'm -10, but let's try it anyway. Why not? Turn him to stone. Nope, he actually didn't. Okay, move in and be more in range of my allies, I guess. Yeah, kill the wyvern because I didn't think to heal him. That's what it is. Divine Ray him, yep. Let's try to... I could try to weaken him. I don't think I can do enough damage, but... I could try. With a heaven bow, he takes less damage because it's white dot. Nice crit. Still not going to be anywhere near enough. They're going to heal him, but... really want to venom him, but it's not going to be enough damage, and I really want to be able to close enough to curse him. Let's go over here. Move you down. No, I'm not attacking. Heal you, because you're the only useful heal I can do. Or at least the only one that makes sense to do. Protect spell you, because you're next to a rock. Put you there so you can start shooting this guy. That's the most useful thing I can do with you right now. Even though it puts you in a more vulnerable damage position on the water, at least you're in the rune area, and we'll call it a turn. You holy worded. Not a terrible place to do one, I just didn't think of that. That lizard man's definitely going to die, that hydra's going to die. Yvain might even die. Hopefully that lizard man doesn't die, but he very likely will. This is going to turn out horrendously for me. That's not good. Well, although he's stuck now, so I could potentially kill that Fenrir. If I do get a chance. Moving that ghoul there certainly wasn't your smartest idea. I mean, it's a ghoul, but still. Alright. Yeah, that cry bird. Forgot about that fucking thing. Alright. Well, you paralyzed him. You didn't paralyze her. You didn't paralyze the person that can cure the paralysis, so that's good. You did at least hit a few of your own monsters, too. You're also breathing over your own monster, so that's a good thing for me. Okay. He can't get healed, though, which is a problem. Is there anything useful I can do without getting him killed? Probably not. Let's see. Alright, let's do this. This guy's dead no matter what I do, so let's use him to do damage to Feel. Unless I just escaped with him, but I'm not looking to do that, so... Feel is about to die, and he missed me, which is even better. Sure, let's randomly move him, because why not? Hitting this thing... Problem is, he's gonna get taken out if he gets hit. But it has less chance to hit. I think he has about the same agility as it. He actually has more, so it's probably still gonna hit him. And he's gonna... But he's also probably... Unless I run, he's gonna get killed anyway. Because something else is going to damage him. But they're also about to lose a unit. Do I just wait with him so he doesn't get killed? Because all their people have already gone. Technically, he hasn't gone yet, but Feel and him both have. 1, 2, 3. They cannot heal Feel. There's nothing they can do to help him. They're gonna kill this guy, that is what it is. Because the Divine Ray will kill him. That's the only useful thing they can really do, other than maybe he could heal his Fenrir. So I'm just gonna sit. Let's see. 232 attack. 111 defense. He would do about 120, but he has white dot versus black. Let's battle save. And I'll try it and see what happens. Apparently I've dropped 206 frames, which is 0.1%. Which is actually not that bad compared to my old computer. So that's good. Okay, so let's try this. He didn't die. He hit me back, so now I'm even more guaranteed to be dead. I was wrong. Feel hadn't gone yet because I don't know how to read numbers. You know what? At this point, I might just take the hits and just... He healed himself, but I can still take him out. I might just say fuck it and take him out anyway. Because I'm pretty sure I can do enough damage to still kill both him and that Fenrir. I think. No, I can't. Never mind. But I might still try and kill him anyway. First things definitely first. Go away, asshole. I didn't really want the demon to get the levels, but you have no hit points, so you attacking anything is a terrible idea. So I should just leave. I really wanted to get the first win, but unfortunately it just isn't going to happen. Let's do a cure on you. Less magic points for the unicorn, but it means I can take a shot with this guy. Take that. No more magic points for you, so I'm going to come over here and hit you with a stick tap, because I'm an idiot. And then we're getting the hell out of here. Worst is, like I said, worst part is the curse did more damage than I thought it was going to, so I didn't even actually manage to get the levels on the guy I wanted to get the level on. But I wouldn't have been able to, the guy I wanted to get the level on would have died otherwise, so. Okay, so we're down to 2 generals. And I think both of my other ones are on quests. Okay. Forgot about that before I committed to being stupid. Do still have a decent helping of monsters, and these guys can hide behind them, so that's not the worst thing for trying to defend with 2 people, especially with the water. That said, should probably summon something. Summon a lizard man. Probably another pixie would be a good idea. I think she'll have room for both. Oh yeah. I say oh yeah. Yeah, she does have room. Okay. Well, let's get a pixie. We only have the 1 healing unit, so if we have more protect spells, that'll help these guys. We've got 5 tanks to hide, 1, 2, 3, 4 second liners, and then a third liner and 2 third to fourth liners. Honestly, that could be worse. He's roughed up, but his monsters actually came out relatively unscathed. More importantly, I'm pretty sure he's got a level 6 lizard man. Yes, he does. I cannot get anything that I'm interested in getting for him here, so I'm going to save the mana. And what I'm going to do... I did manage to take out a general of theirs and at least 1 or 2 monsters too, though, so that was pretty good. I'll take it overall. I'm just going to execute the move. Actually, yeah, I'm just going to execute the move. What do you have here? Tons of crap I don't want to deal with, but a lot of monsters I could walk in and beat up and then leave. Just to try to level up my lower level monsters. Like the ones I'm going to be keeping. Just don't actually try to win. But we'll see. They've moved around and replenished. That's worse for me than it was before. Because Gish sucks. And not in a good way for me. So. What we're going to do is I'm going to save before the inevitable fall of my entire empire, probably. Still not slot 1, you dumb. Try that again correctly. we're going to go for slot 2. We're going to save. I'm going to take break. When we come back, we're going to see how badly this goes for us. Should be a good time. Lovely. Let's see where we get attacked before we go to break. Empire has failed yet again. This time they've succeeded. No one's beaten them in a fight yet, though. Like taking their castle, which is the requirement. So actually, we're in an organized phase, which means I'm actually safe for this, for what I was worried about. So, maybe I should summon him an extra lizard man. Just so he has more monsters we can keep later to level up with. And they're good on water. Then I'll leave him room for either a unicorn or a pixie. Let's move him back where he's supposed to be. None of my guys that are on quests have come back, which is interesting. So, I will go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be right back. See you soon. Sorry about that, folks. I took a little bit longer break because I was messing around trying to check some settings and then ended up breaking OBS. So, moving on. I think I'm good for now, so I'm just going to execute the move. We are at full strength again here. Good. Let's go ahead and execute the attack. Esgarus is going wild. And we did not get to claim Shoot Lace, unfortunately. Such is life. We're being invaded again in the same castle. This seems like an unwise choice, but okay. Hector, Vaynard, Zerafin. Brought the salamander this time. Good for him. I'm going to try to kill that thing, just so we're clear. Put you over here again. Move you up to here. I'm actually going to put you right there. You can stay put. You can go up to the side. And you can go down to the back. Alright. Now, next on the docket, get behind him. Stay put. Move back there. You move into that spot there. And you move to the back and hide. Now you are going to come over. You're level 7, so you're going to come over here near where I want the action to be. You're level 4, so I want you near the front still too. You're going to come over this way, I think. So you're going to come up here. Yeah, because I moved the line this down one, so I could keep the dragon there. So you are actually going to stay right where you are. You're going to move up. You're going to move up. You're going to stay put. Come on in, boys. The water's fine. I am definitely going to try to take out that salamander if I can. It would be easier if more than just Vaynard had blue magic, but we can make it work. We do have a fair number of blue creatures, and also just a lot of things that'll hit fairly hard. So we should be able to still do it. I'm good with that setup the way it is. Let's see how this turns out. I suspect it'll be less good than last time, but we'll see. Want you right there. You're fine where you are. You're fine where you are. I'm gonna tuck you in behind here, I think. Leave you on the edge. I think for now you guys are good the way you are. My only slight fear is they might go after the white dragon. They didn't, which is good. Not because I'm worried about getting the white dragon taking a little bit of damage, but because I want to make sure they go into my groups, not just one at a time. So, first things first. I could move him over one. He wouldn't be as effective, but... Yeah, let's just hit him and do some damage. He'll take a bit back, but that's fine. Hit him with the dragon. He'll do decent damage back to the dragon, but that's okay. Now, I could probably take him out with Vaynard and the Centaur. Because I don't think anybody can reach him with heals. That's honestly probably a good thing to do. The only problem is I don't want to burn through all of his magic too fast. With 304, you can do a Genofrost is 166, plus 60 is 246, or 226, 234. But he should have enough to do 2 Frosts and a Geno, so let's Frost this guy. Wait with them for now. Lovely. Wait for more stuff to appear. Put a halo on the dragon, that's fine. Let's move him over here. That's why I left an extra spot open. I didn't originally mean to, but that's why I kept it there once it was available. Nice. Get 3 levels for him. You hide at the back. I kind of really want to put a power spell on somebody. But, as he doesn't have enough to do 2 Genos yet anyway. So, I mean, if I want to kill that salamander when it comes in, which it will, I'm probably going to have to power stuff up. But we'll leave it for now. Leave you alone. Leave you alone. You should probably protect spell either Ector or maybe Vaynard even. Let's do Ector because he's closer to the dragon, so there's a better chance he might go after him. Pixie's up to level 4. Do I heal that guy yet? He is down about 100 hit points. I should probably save them for now, because I don't have tons of them, so let's just call it a turn. Oh, he did move in to hit Vaynard, which sucks for me because I didn't protect him, but it also sucks for him because that's the best place for me for him to take the most possible damage. So I should be able to kill that salamander if I do it right. If I focus fire him with single target frost, which I'm going to do. Nice crit back. Now, don't get me wrong, it sucks that I took that much damage. So first thing we're going to do. Go here. Hit both of them. He's red, so he won't take tons of damage from it, but he'll take some, which is better than none. Also, Malignant will take a bunch of damage. We're going to breathe on these guys. Because the more damage we can spread out, the more they'll be in need of trying to heal things, including their healer. Now, you're a bit beat up, so breathing over you is probably a bad idea, but I'm going to do it because I want to put everything I can into that damn dragon. It's still not going to be enough, but maybe I could take out Malignant. Could move him down there and attack the griffin, but again, it's not going to be enough to do what I need it to do. A Genofrost would hit a few targets, but not for enough damage. A regular frost isn't going to be enough either. But maybe I should focus more on trying to take him out. Much as I would like to kill the dragon, I think if I focused him down enough, I could kill him. Because he can still, 1, 2, 3, reach him with a flame spell as well. Yeah, that's probably the smarter way to do it for actually surviving. Let's go ahead and do that. He's not a leveled one yet, so if I have to sacrifice him, I have to. Same with this guy. He's only level 3. I'd rather get rid of monsters in addition to the general where I can, because they're not his monsters. Let's say his centaur will be able to shoot that guy, which is ideal, but I can kill that, potentially kill that griffin and Malignant if I do it right. So, move over here. Shoot him. I got a crit, which is even better. Now, if I thunder him, he's definitely gonna die. So let's just say the hell with it. As much as I would like to do more damage to those guys, there's other things I can do to them. Let's just kill him. Maybe I can capture the salamander then. I did capture the damn salamander. I can't use it for invading with this challenge, but that does not by any means mean that I cannot take it away from them. More importantly, there's now a space open for me to do a bunch of shit with. And he won't attack me anymore, which is the biggest thing. $107 damage. Not enough, but that's okay. Hit that guy. He critted him, which isn't enough to kill him, but I've gotten rid of a general and they're very weak. I can kill this guy with my level 7. And he's fresh, so that he can take a couple hits. Where can I get you to? I can't get you anywhere that I'd like to. I can't get you anywhere that I'd like to. Definitely need to heal. The problem is we definitely need to heal Vaynard. But the salamander can't hit him anymore. And he is fairly well protected now. Nothing really major can actually hit him right now, to be honest. So let's heal the level 5 lizard man. It's probably a terrible decision. But with the killing of Malignant and the salamander now in their way, if anything. We're also going to protect Vaynard. So that should help counterbalance a little bit. I could move him down there, but he'd probably get himself killed. I do need him to do something if I want him to get a level this fight. So actually, 19... 18, so he's going to go first. If I put him there, only two monsters that can attack this turn will be... Actually, only two, period. Actually, never mind. That's my Hellhound. Sit there and do absolutely nothing. Hoping they run away. They did. That lizard man's going to be close to level 9 soon. Breathe hellfire on that guy. They might still try to kill that guy before they run, but whatever. Let's put you up here and breathe firestorm on those two, because I might be able to kill one of them before they run. If so, it'll be the Hellhound. The Hellhound is definitely going to die. Oh look, a lizard man I haven't done anything with yet. Who can't actually reach him, unfortunately, but... I mean, I could just breathe over these two, but then he would definitely die. Level you 16, so you're going to go next. There's not really any other way for me to get him. And the level 3 Hellhound is nice. They're probably... Well, he's not going to attack. I don't think they have, but if I kill him, then they'll be able to get more dragons in, which will kill him. I would like to kill off another monster. Instead, I'll move him over here and attack this guy, just to get him some experience going. You're fine where you are. Hey, Vaynard. Can you hit anybody with a frost? I don't think you can even hit anybody. You can frost spell him for some free experience. Yeah, they're going to try to take him out, but I don't think they can. Well, actually, they can with the archer. That's alright. I'm also going to get some experience from that. They didn't actually take him out, which is good. So much the better. Vaynard just got level 19, which is great. We stole their salamander, we beat up Malignant again, and we got 2 more levels for our ghoul. So lots of cool stuff happened. Finally some quests. There we are. Yay, Cortina, the main knight I was actually hoping to quest for. Lovely. That's beautiful. I didn't see what just happened there. Something good, apparently. Awesome. Okay. Organize. We stole a salamander. Okay, you now have room almost for that. You're 10 short. Or 11 short, I guess. What if I do that? Just give you all the big beefies. Being a big beefies. I just realized with Morholt, Cortina, and Fatisha, if I give them the right units, I can put them all in the second row because she can spear throw, or I can use her as a frontliner if I really have to. And I could actually make an attacking unit Or I could put Vaynard, Morholt, and Cortina together. Oh, Xeraphon got a level up. That's right. Do I want to make him a sorcerer or a druid? I think I want to make him a sorcerer because Exablast is pretty awesome, but it is red damage. He also gets frost, which gives him both red and blue. Whereas this one he gets venom and curse, which is black damage. Both are really good. I think just for shiggles, let's make him a sorcerer. Now, what can I summon here? Unicorns mainly. Okay. So, let's do this. You keep your unicorn. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete that red dragon, I think. Because it's taking up a ton of space. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you over here, maybe? That's where I can get pixies, I know that. But, nope, that's not where I can get pixies. I can get a bunch of ghouls. That's not what I'm looking for. Try that again. Send you over to Cenodon, where I know I can definitely get unicorns. I get giant scorpions, centaurs, and unicorns. I'll send them over there and make sure everybody's got a unicorn and a centaur. And then we'll go from there. Alright. So there's no point in me doing that other attack anymore, because I said I was only going to do that if I got a chance to get Shootlace, which I no longer have. So these guys are fine the way they are. Unless I can summon anything useful. And I can summon another lizard man, I guess. It's probably a good idea. I really need to start making units I can actually attack with. Well, let's do this. Your units are all ones I can attack with. You have 3 lizard men. You have the Hydra and the Demon. Summon a Pixie. No. Still no. Try again. Okay. So let's get rid of the giant to start. Because of those two, if I am going to use one for defense, that's the least useful one. And we'll give you a Pixie. Now the only thing you have that I need to replace is a dragon. For you, it's right now it's mainly the Hydra, although I also need to get rid of a demon. What I think I'm going to do summon 2 lizard men. I'm going to go ahead and delete the dragon. Delete the Hydra. No. And to hell with it, I think I'm going to delete the demon. I'm going to give her that. And that. And summon one more. Now, that does severely limit what I can do for area and range damage. But what else can I really summon here that would be of any use? Nothing. Just more pixies. I mean, I could protect spell the crap out of a bunch of stuff, I guess. But what I'm going to do instead is I'm actually going to move... Yeah, I'll move you 3 to Cenodon. I'm going to get you to get me some unicorns. And probably 1 or 2 other monsters that are useful there. I'll get probably 2 unicorns each and 2 centaurs each. Move them over to Jukes and trade some of the lizard men that are already here, since they have so many of them and he can tank himself. Trade like 2 of each of these, or at least 1 each to get a unicorn. And then maybe trade a second one to get centaurs so that they actually have more of a ranged attack. And then the other guys can take these 4 and they'll have a little bit more unit balance. Currently nowhere I can summon for mandrakes, which are the other things I like to summon for in these challenges when I've done them on my own. So I think we're good there. So let's execute the move. But what do you have here now? Basically nothing. You're technically actually allowed to attack now, and although I don't have a lot of healing, I do have units that can use water. A lot of them, even though they don't get any, they get some benefit from it too. And I have 3 pixies now. So I do have more attack spells. So maybe I do just attack them. And see what happens. Because they very well might not stay very long with how many monsters I have. That's my hope. Is that they'll either run right away, and then I can get another castle's worth of goodies. Or at the very least, it will free me up to... Or not free me up, but at the very least I can try to get some monster kills. If I kill 1 or 2, they definitely would run. Almost for sure. So let's go ahead and do that. We're the first invasion. We might even be the only invasion. I don't know. Let's hope these guys just run away, because they're outnumbered. That's my hope. Especially where I have more creatures that can actually be useful in the fight this time. I'm actually going to leave him back 1 because I want to leave as many bridge spaces open as I can. They will never run on the first turn, pretty much. Let's put you there. And I'm just going to move these guys down as far as I can get them. Once I get them on the water, they still only move 4, but because they're part water creature, in story, they can still move across the water. They don't get faster, but they can still move. But I do have to treat it as though they're not going to run immediately, so let's try and start moving. Keep that healer in tight if we can, now that we have less people taking up space. Bane's actually going first, which is good. Get him as far down as I can. Get his monsters that are nice and water safe down as far as I can. Like I said, my hope is they're just going to run away soon, but we'll see if that's the case. They did not. Okay. So let's do this. Let's just start getting all her monsters that are waterlogged, as it were, down as far as we can. Or they can fly, which is all of her units. We'll get you down as far as you can go. I'm going to leave the scorpions up here, actually, because I don't think they're going to chase after them. And the more of her stuff, because it's ranged or healing, that I can get close, the better. Alright, so he's higher level than all of these people. First things first. I'm going to put you there. I'm going to bring you down to here. I'm going to bring you down to here. We're going to bring you down to here. I'm going to cast a protect spell on probably Evane. So I think this guy's going to move up into here to try to attack him. Maybe not up into here, but... if I move him down one, he for sure is going to get attacked. Let's protect spell him because he's most valuable long term. Obviously, as the lizardmen level, I'll worry more about them, but for now... oh, he actually went for the lizardmen. That was dumb. Now, you are... I'm amazed he actually landed the hit, to be honest. Giants aren't all that accurate, and I have bonuses, but do I just leave her there and then move this guy down from Elaine's unit? That might be the play. Let's move this guy down and attack him for sure. Move you down a couple so you can reach more people with protect spells. You can already reach people, so you just sit there. I said that level 3 lizard man's probably in trouble, but even level 3, it is what it is, really. He's definitely pulling his weight, I can tell you that. He's already done a bunch of damage. Let's move you down to here. Thing is, if I move her there, the centaur can't do anything, but then she can do more stuff. Whereas if I move her to where the centaur is, I have to move the centaur first. You know what? I'm just going to put her there. It makes more sense. You guys hide up there and be useless, because this is the wrong battlefield for you. Alright. You, I'm actually going to back up a couple hexes for now, because I need you to get close enough to the action to heal somebody. Then you come down here to help with protect spells. Now, could just go over here and beat the tar out of that guy a little bit, but going to move you over one. Move you up one. Now you're just going to breathe on me, but such is life. You're pretty beat up, but so are you. Let's do this. Let's hit you. You missed him, which is great. Let's hit him for a crit. It's still not going to do tons of damage, but it'll start to do damage. Let's protect spell. Where are we going to protect? Could protect him. I can't reach him. Those guys are going to move next. Let's protect one of them. I'm going to move at least one of them down to attack that centaur, probably. Or not centaur, but the wyvern. Are you protected? You are for this turn. Well, let's hit you. Because the more damage we can do, the better. The crit back, not great, but it is what it is. Rokod healed the giant, which is both bad but also good because it means he's not charging in to attack me. The Hydra did a breath weapon in a different direction than I expected, but actually a smarter one, unfortunately. However, not the end of the world. You killed that guy, that's fine. You're still going to die. Just so we're clear. You're the one I protected, right? Yeah. So you're going to go right in here. Actually, you know what? I want him to get the levels. Much as I would like to give her levels, she is already a level 10 general, and I need those monsters to start classing up at this point. If they don't start leveling up, then I'm never going to make progress. The generals I can deal with. The monsters need to get stronger. So let's just keep pounding away on what we can and hope they don't die. This guy took no damage, has a protect spell on, and is now 2 levels higher, so he should be alright. He is up again potentially against a dragon if they don't run away, but still. I'm also hoping they're going to run away pretty quickly, so there is that. This guy's the next weakest one, who has at least 1 level in him, so let's give him the protect. Although I have a level 6 one over by Vayne. Yeah, unfortunately I don't know if I can save him, but we'll see what we can do. He stayed there, so he's going to die. Because he's too far away to be healed. Remember, use that and hit the 2 generals, that's fine. That will suck a bit, but not enough. Also, I can hit that dragon with frost spell, so that's good. The only problem with fighting them on the edge of the water is if the bonus evasion doesn't work, then they do take a beating. So, let's protect spell. Probably should put it on Yvain, honestly. But I kind of want to put it on this guy because I'm going to move him forward next turn. Now, you haven't healed anyone yet. You should definitely do that. You can't reach the level 4 one, but he's still in okay shape. You can reach the level 2 one that's almost dead though, and we should probably keep him alive if we can. Don't know if that'll be enough, but worth a try. You can at least move down a bit. You still can't really hit anybody, but at least next turn I can put you out on the water and you can try to maybe shoot something after I get you down to here. That said, if you were to Genofrost, you can hit 3 people. You can't quite... You actually have enough to do 2 Genos, but you could also just Frost Spell him for even more damage, or the Djinn. And then I could try to kill the Djinn with that guy to get some experience. Because I could use a Vayne to hit it first. You know what? I'm going to Geno. Because I want to do some damage to as much stuff as I can, since they don't have a lot of stuff, and basically no healing. And those guys can sit there and do nothing. Because there's nothing for them to do right now. Alright. He could also heal somebody. Probably be a good idea, but should probably heal the level 4 guy if I'm honest. Now, if I use all 3 of them, I might be able to kill him, but I can't guarantee it. You're protected, aren't you? Yes. Let's hit you. Really, really wishing that those evasions would work more, but... Let's move this guy down because he's level 1 and more expendable. Let's move this guy down. Because I'm probably going to heal either way. He didn't quite kill him. I probably shouldn't attack that Hydra with him. So I'm either killing the Djinn or I'm healing the level 4 Lizard Man. Both of which are good ideas. I'm going to kill the Djinn. Probably should have just hit him in the first place, but... You just wait. You don't have any magic left, so get the hell out of dodge. They're still not running away, which is unfortunate. You missed, you piece of shit. Fog is not great. You did not hit the Lizard Man I was afraid of you hitting, so that's a good thing. That one's probably going to die no matter what I do, but... he might take something out with him. So, I can kill that dragon. With her. I can protect spell this guy. I don't think I can save him at this point. I could probably kill him. These guys are probably going to die no matter what I do, so let's do this. Nice crit, that'll help. Let's hit him. That guy's going to probably die. Although they don't have any other flyers, so they can't really reach him once I do what I'm about to do. Good day, sir. Not you. Are you protected? Yes. You're not. I probably should protect you. Alright, let's use you. Yeah, that's all your fightable monsters. So let's use you to kill this guy. Go away. You also get a level. Congratulations. Let's protect spell you. Really? Oh, yeah, because I didn't get a chance to do anything to save him, unfortunately. Which sucks, because I think he's one of the ones that was leveled, but... That one's the main one now. And that one. Well, I'm certainly not running away now. Why you guys are not running away at this point, I don't understand. He's now on the water, so he's in big trouble. Even with those guys potentially being not in the greatest of positions. He's going to move down and beat the shit out of him in a second. Let's protect spell the level 6 one. I mean, there's 2 level 6 ones now, but that one's definitely going to be doing some fighting. I could frost spell that guy and kill him. Which is probably a good idea for her, honestly. So I might be able to take out Caster, but I can definitely take out... Also just Geno Frost, and it's going to die anyway. Which makes the most sense. Because then she also gets stuff from those guys. Nice, get her a level. She needs it. Bad. Magic. Heal. Of the options currently available, you're going to be the one that matters the most. Well, I say that, but... Can't really get you anywhere useful. Alright, if we beat the dog ass out of this guy enough, we could probably kill it. You haven't taken any damage yet. I could also just beat him up. But I think I'm just going to beat up this guy instead. Because even though he's blue type, that's a lot of attacks. You're full health. So and he critted and is level 6, so that's nice. Now, I could attack with him, but he's not going to kill him. But Yvain could. I could also heal the other level 6 lizard man. Actually, can I? 1, 2... Yeah, I can. He's basically full. He's in a bit rough shape. But I really want that Hydra dead. I also really don't want to lose that level 6 lizard man. But I really want that Hydra dead. I have literally wiped out every damn monster they have. Let's say, if you don't run away now, I shouldn't try to kill this guy because it's probably going to get, it's going to get at least one of those guys killed. You can attack him. I can move you out here, which lets you hit the dragon. For a critical hit for 183 damage. Let's go. You might live through this. Maybe. You did. Okay. Which means that guy can kill the dragon. Now we've completely wiped them out. You're going to run away. Just in case they get stupid. They did not. We lost basically nothing. We got at least a couple of levels for all of our lizard men. And our scorpions who didn't even get to do anything. We got a level for at least one general. 2, actually, I think. That went well. And we have more mana income. Nice, we got Lewintail. More generals right now is a good thing. I don't care who they are. He's also a barbarian who's pretty damn good. So I think, much as I like leveling Ector, that it's going to become Vaynard, Lewintail, and Xeraphon for a while. Actually, I'm going to put Lewintail with somebody else. And me. Because I know we have... We're now up to 879 income from that, so that's pretty dope. So let's do this. Let's get a unicorn straight away. Because we definitely want him to have one of those. Now. I also didn't check, was it if she got a stat bump earlier, or if it was an item or a weapon or something that I got. Wasn't a weapon, she might have just got agility or something. Yeah, I didn't get any items. So it must have just been a bump to her, which is fine. Move Lewintail. Over to Jukes. To get a pixie. There's a monster here. Oh yeah, somebody already had a unicorn. So yeah, I'll put Lewintail with probably these two. Don't really have a healer in that bunch, but that's okay. First things first, 2 unicorns. 2 centaurs. Now, unicorn. Oops. Unicorn. Centaur. Centaur. Now, I could go giant scorpions, but they're not as... I love them, but they're not as tough overall. Could also go up here and grab like one of each of those for both of them. They'd certainly have enough, and then I could grab an extra lizard man each or something. That might be the play, actually. Can I summon here? Scorpions, mermen. Mermen are good on water, but not great otherwise. What else can I summon here? Pixies and lizardmen. So actually I can get Lewintail's entire unit basically over there if I just go with lizardmen again. And then just ghouls there. And hellhounds, I guess. So let's send those 2. Actually, since I'm not really going to be using Fatisha if I'm putting Lewintail in instead. I normally don't do this, but they have the Rune Power to make it work with a 35 challenge. Let's give him 2 unicorns. For now. Sorry about that extra loud one there. I didn't get to turn my head. Let's send these 2 up to the capital. We now have a little bit of wiggle room to quest again with Fatisha. And then I'll just go ahead and send him over. We already classed up everything we can here. I'm just going to keep turtling the ghoul up at the back until he gets to level 10. And then I'm going to start going to town trying to use him to get levels. So yeah, if I move Lewintail to Jukes, with the main best 35 tanks I can get in the areas of the map I can access, he can get his pixie and a bunch of lizard men and be done. What can I get over here? Nothing classed up, obviously. But just out of curiosity, what can I get here? Mermen, lizardmen, golems. Well, I can't really use golems. But yeah, mermen and lizardmen, which again, I can get lizardmen elsewhere. So, that's fine. Excuse me. Alright. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just complete the move. Let's see what they have over here now. Two monster, basically nothing. I could go beat the tar out of them there. I could beat the tar out of them there. I could probably, in the next turn or two, if they don't rearrange severely, take an awful lot of their territory. And I probably should before they build back up. Like, this would be the hardest one still. But even with Gish and Ivan there for magic, they don't have any healing. And they have mostly useless monsters. Or not great ones anyway. So yeah, you know what? Technically, I can't attack with them yet, though. Unfortunately. You guys have a bunch of shit over here. None of it's particularly good, but you have it. Yeah, I need to start re-summoning monsters in places so that I can actually get to the meat of the challenge. So, for now, I'll just sit tight. Because there's not much else I can do this round. So let's save in case we get attacked. Assuming we don't. Still not slot 1, jackass. But assuming we don't get attacked, what I'll do is do some prep after this. Get that other team ready. And then we can actually start having a secondary set of people. Scalio taking out Carleon. Esgaris not reinforcing themselves at all, which they can't do during the attack phase. Alright. Here's the first thing I need to do. Before I summon anybody else's monsters, I have 2,000... I have 1,500 mana. If I want to be able to attack with these guys, I have to get rid of some monsters. What can they summon here? I don't remember. Djinn and unicorns, but that's the only fighting monsters that they can summon. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to delete the other ones so I can get rid of them and get rid of their mana income. Or lack of, or removal of my income. I'm going to send Vaynard up, actually over to Jukes, I think. They both have healers already, so he mainly just needs a pixie. Because I want to get as many pixies on the go for protects as possible. So you need to summon some more stuff. We need a pixie. We need at least 3 lizard men. And I could probably fit more than that. But for now, I'm actually not going to do that. Actually, I probably will. I'll put one more. Those lizard men don't cost a ton to upkeep, so even after summoning those, my upkeep is high, or my gain is higher than it was before I got rid of the dragons. I'm still net profiting. Let's fill him up completely. For now, I'm going to move him over where Vaynard was to cover Vaynard's position. These guys need more monsters because they're going to become an actual attack unit. Let's grab maybe a Djinn each and like 4 lizard men since I'm out of mana. He has exactly enough to fit the Djinn in there. She has more than enough room for her stuff. She actually has room for another lizard man if I could afford it. There we go. Decent unit for what we can, for what we have. So let's move them. Where am I going to go with them? I could go down here and take out Leonia first, which is probably the smart play. Or go down this side, cut through the... Do they only have 2 castles left already? Holy hell. They sure do. So if I could take them out there, then maybe I could convince the Empire to get rid of them at the bottom. That's probably a good idea, but I don't have to take a second unit down here to do that. Most of their stuff is there. They have a few things here. They're probably going to get invaded down here. I'm hoping they do. Because then I could take these guys out up here. The problem is if I send them down there, they may not be... The AI may not take them out, and Caerleon will, by default, they won't turn on each other. They're allies. As far as I know. I mean, I know they are. Whether they'll turn on them, I don't think so. So where do I want to move these guys to then? Probably, for the moment, the best place to put them would be Lydney. Because once I put them in Lydney, these guys are all spaced out, so there's even if they rearrange a bit, they're so spaced out they can only do so much. So like I could take these guys down to here, and then I could take the guys left over in Lydney to one of these ones. So let's do that. And then you're moving over to cover Alarim. You're moving to get monsters we can attack with. Over here in Jukes. I think that's good. So what ended up over here? Mirian in aid. With basically nothing. Capital with basically nothing. Vado with basically nothing. Even here they don't really have anything too good other than their generals. Which with what I have, I feel like... Oh, that's the other problem. I forgot to get rid of Gunglane's dragons, so I can't... And these guys. Yeah. They're good for defense, but I haven't really summoned their actual monsters yet, so I can't do anything with them. However, there are 2 generals here that can defend, so I could absolutely go to one of these and take it. Which is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to take them to Fato. Because if I do that, then I can go from Fato to here. And that's blocked, so I won't lose it. If assuming I win, which I should. And then I can use the guys left at Lydney once I move them. With Fato taken, I can either take Capital or this one. I gotta rearrange those guys. That's gonna be trickier. So actually what I might do, maybe hold off on the attack over here, because they're spaced out, so unless they lose all this territory, they're gonna be separated like this with minimal monsters. So I have a couple turns of time for that, I think. So what I should probably do is hold off on the attack and just wait until I can get everything fully sorted with these guys. And with mainly with these guys. Because I'm going to need to move Cortina and Moorholt over here with Lewintail probably. Or with Vaynard. I could probably put Vaynard with him once he gets his monsters back. One of the two. That's probably the simplest way, though, because then they only have to move once. Do that. That will free us up to be allowed to attack Orkney. And then I can use... That'll buy me a turn to cover this castle while they go get better monsters. Or, well, better monsters for the challenge. Allowed monsters for the challenge, really. Then once everyone's geared up again, then I can go do attack here and start taking out the Empire some. However, what is going to happen... no, it's not, because the Lewintail just got there. So a whole lot of nothing's going to happen. Really? I know I got rid of my big scary monsters, but really? You saw how well this went for you before. Now, I do not have the shots and stuff that I had before. But I also have a better magic user and lots of monsters I can throw at you. And 3 healers. And Lewintail does not need to be on the castle to survive, so we're going to put Ector on it and do that. So I'll finish this turn, and then I'll probably call it an episode. I say episode, but stream. These guys are going to move up. Lewintail, I'm going to put your guys up there. Now, just out of the way. You can go up to row 3. And you can go up to row 4. I'll move you up to here for now. Said I'll rearrange them better in a second. But for now, I'm just trying to get set up. These idiots do what they're doing. Alright. You need to go right there. That's non-negotiable. You need to go right there. You're going to turtle up in the back still because you're only level 5. I'm going to move you up for now. I'm going to move you to there for now. And put you there for now. Now, you need to go there for now. You need to go there for now. You're level 5, you're level 5, you're level 8. So you're only level 3, so you go to the back. You move back 1. And that way both generals can reach this spot. You move back 1, because then there's guys that can reach this spot. And that is everything we can do for this turn. So, Let's see what they do next. I imagine it's going to be move forward. It is, in fact, move forward. Now. You, I guess, are just going to have to go... Ooh, you know what I could do? Move that guy over there. The thing is, like, I don't want them to die. Like, I can move him up there to help block a little bit. He's only got a 3 rune area. That is his big problem I forgot about. The other thing I could do is put, like, him off to the side a bit. And then if they do try to come around, then there's groups of 3 to attack him. I think it's probably the best play for what I have right now. Because he does only have the 3 rune area, which I forgot. Now, the other thing I could also do is I think Hector has 4. I think. I don't know why they're going over the mountain like that, but okay. Do these guys all only have 3? No, he does have 4. Alright, so what I can do... I can move you all the way to the top. Get you out of the way. You can actually go up 1 more. Because then you're still 1, 2, 3 to the front. You go over here by him. I want to leave that space open. You have rune area space, so I'll move you over 1. Leave you where you are. Because with Lewintail's rune area, 1, 2, 3. So I can move this guy over. And I can move this guy over. Put him there. Because they're 8 and 5. And that way, I can get his guys and move him into here. And move his guys around in a little bit better position. Cool. Making the most of the rune area we have. Alright. That's fine. Could also just go gang bang that guy and kill him, but I'm not going to. What I am going to do, pull him back 1. That way these 2 are both likely to fight the same guys. Let's leave that space open. They're all level 1s because I just summoned them, so I'm just going to go beat the crap out of this guy, and if somebody dies, somebody dies. They're going to die because I can't heal them. But I also want them to actually do something useful, so... let's try to wear this guy down at least. And then you just move down to about there. Do a protect spell on Hector, just to be safe. Because those other guys will probably go up the middle. You're fine. Can you heal any of the guys that might actually need any? No. Also just realized you're outside the rune area now. Whoops. No, you're not. You're right on the edge. Cool. So they're going up that way, which makes sense because that's where the road is. Why these idiots are climbing this mountain, I don't understand. Especially since I'm the defender, so the longer they take to do useful stuff, the more likely it is I'll win by time over. Not that I expect to, but they're increasing the possibility of it at least. Let's put you on that side for now. Actually, no, let's leave you where you are. You guys are fine, honestly. Protect spell Rune Tail, just in case. Yeah, I thought Rune Tail had a 4 rune area. I was wrong. Nice, you actually have enough to do 3 protect spells. That's beautiful. You don't, because you're only level 1. You're up to what, 6? Yeah. Alright. That's fine. He'll heal himself a little bit. You guys are going to go that way and attack those guys, which I'll probably lose them all, but it also means you're going to take a bunch of damage before you get up to my main units. Especially those dragons when they start attacking lizardmen. I'm pretty sure that centaur can't really escape very well. But that level 2 lizard man is going to die, but it is what it is. You missed, asshole. If I teamed up on him, I could probably try to kill that dragon. And actually, I don't have to get him killed. I can move him up there. Where he can absolutely get healed. And I will, because he gained at least 1 level. Lovely. Now, I could try to gangbang one of those dragons, or just grind, although it'd be hard to do. It's probably not a great idea, so what I'm actually going to do, back the hell up and make them come to me now. Because I tried to take that guy out and it didn't work, so that's fine. I got some experience. We'll see how this goes. Alrighty. I definitely don't need to move anything else right now. Although I should probably put him on that side with the way they were coming over. Can you heal everyone? No. You can heal everyone except those 2, but moving you down 1 is not going to fix that. Let's just wait with you. Since they're coming from that way, I'm actually going to move you over here because I'm trying really hard to level you. We'll just leave everybody where they are. And leave everybody where they are. Probably could have afforded another heal, but I don't want to burn through them too fast. Yeah, I figured you might do that because you're a pansy. Nobody likes a pansy. Oh good, you're next to both my generals and can get surrounded by lots and lots of things if I want to. Can you move that dragon over there so he's not coming near me? Because the less things that get up in my current line, the more I'm able to surround that dragon. Congratulations, you've put yourselves in some not great places. Alright, so here's the play. I'll move you down and hit that dragon for a nice critical hit for 130 damage. I'll leave you there. Do I want to bother hitting anything with you? Yeah, might as well attack that guy. Why not? They're going to do about equal damage to each other, which they did. You've already used a heal, and I don't want to burn all your heals. You're going to protect spell him, because he's going to attack first. You're going to move there and wait. You should probably heal him, but he's also going to heal from the castle, so there is that. He's up to level 8, so if I can get a kill on that dragon or griffin with him, that'd be good. Let's wait with you, because I don't want to burn all my magic points. I should be able to arrange for that dragon to die. You missed, you fucker. Thanks for the XP. You should have missed, but you didn't. But that's alright, because you get a whole lot of red creatures, so... That lizard man's gonna die. I don't think there's much I can do to... Yeah, protect spell the guy I had no interest in attacking. That makes sense. Burn those protect spells on useless shit. Please, continue to do that. I greatly appreciate it. Yeah, he's dead. There was nothing I could do. However, there is something I can do about making sure that dragon dies. I could also Exablast the shit out of him and make sure he dies. Well, make sure he dies, but... What I'm actually going to do is Geno Flame. Because I can hit enough creatures to be worth it. And even if half of them are red, it still does damage. Some is better than none, especially to that many creatures. And to the other half, it's going to do over 100 damage. So, yeah, let's do that. You can reach things, so here's what I'm going to do. 1, 2, 3, but you'll be there, so you won't be able to back up. Let's just hit you instead. That hurt, but that's okay. Level 4. I can't back up as far as I wanted to, but I can still move. Let's come over here. Actually, you know what? Dragon's on his 370 health. He's going to die when Ector hits him. There's no way Ector's not doing that much damage. 207, 113. That's over 80 damage, so he's not going to survive that. Could start working on this guy. It's probably a good idea. But I could also do that. Heal that guy, because he's going to be more in the fight again. Should I heal Ector? Probably. But he's also not going to take any return damage this turn, so... I could get around to you, but it makes more sense for damage to just do that. I'm also going to take more back, but that's what it is. You kill the dragon. You got a level out of that, which is beautiful. I really want that lizard man to level up, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to use the level 5 one to get some XP. He still gets his level. You're going to kill this guy and hopefully get to level 10. Yep. Our first evolved monster that we can use for the rest of the playthrough. Beautiful. Could also get that guy as far as down to there if I really wanted to start beating him up. I don't have enough stuff to make it worth it, though. So, are you protected? You're not. Is Lewintail protected? Yes. Let's protect you. I really should probably protect the level 10 Lizard Guard, to be honest, but... let's do that. You have enough rune area that I could get over to him safely. So let's move you over there. You haven't healed anyone yet. And that guy's taking a decent beating. But I should make sure Hector stays alive at this point, because I desperately would like to win this fight. Here's the rest of his health back. As I say, they're not going to run from that, but they did just put themselves in a bad spot because Geraint is now in position for me to do a massive beatdown on him. And a lot of it is, at least some of it is stuff he can't avoid with his high agility, like magic. Yeah, you move in and hit the level 5 lizard man. You're level 3. You're gonna die unless I heal you. Let's do this. Let's hit him. Because at this point, I'm just going to try to take him out. They both landed their hits, which is an excellent start. My goal is to move him there and see if I can kill him. Because if I Exoblast him, he doesn't have any dots, but Exoblast does enough damage, he should take at least 200. I think. He has decently high intelligence, so maybe not. But he does still go before Hector, so we can at least try it and find out. You're now useless, so get the hell out of there in case they find some way to do a group attack I'm not expecting. Should probably heal you. The guy at 72 is basically going to die no matter what I do. But I should at least heal the one that might have a fighting chance still. Do I just send him out in a blaze of glory doing damage to the dragon? It might be the play at this point. He's not going to do that much to the lizard man, but he'll do more to the dragon, so let's just do it. He critted, which is awesome. It does open up my back line more, but he healed the griffin, that's okay. I was hoping he wouldn't, but I was figuring he probably would. You missed, you piece of shit. Also have a crit for 162 damage, you fuck. Yeah, I figured they might do something like that. And of course mine missed. Love that. Yeah, move another dragon in, that's fine. The only problem is it means I can't do my plan on Geraint, but... He also moved... Okay, hold on. Still potential things in motion here. Alright. Right off the bat, before I do anything else... Much as I don't want to do rune area stuff, you're going to take a big hit if you get hit, which you did. That sucks, but I can back you up to there. Now he should do enough damage to kill him. He sure did. Booyah. No, I didn't want to wait. I wanted to check to see if we could hit anybody. Alright. That's level 6, level 10, level 7. You're on the castle. You're still in pretty good shape. You're going to gain a little bit of health back anyway. You probably should get healed. But you're level 7 and you're level 4, so you definitely need to get healed. I can't reach you anyway. You're also the only one that might have been able to reach him, so that's a problem. But I can heal that one, so I might as well. There we go. You sit back there and collect experience. Now I could do one big Exoblast, which is not going to be enough to kill him, because he's going to get it. Wait a minute. He does not have any healers that will go before me. Because Lewintail does go. Now, he could also just run away. Like, physically run away, not retreat. Which is what he would do. But is there any way I can make that work? I don't think any of my other guys can reach him. Could do it to him and he'd be getting hit by a level 10 lizard man. Even before he gets evolved. He's got 214 attack. He's got 211. 129, so they're each going to do roughly 80 damage. And then I could Exoblast him, or I could just Geno a bunch of shit, which is probably the smarter play. Yeah, we're gonna Geno. It's not gonna do as much damage to either of the generals, but now it's gonna hit both of them. And the Exoblast wouldn't have done as much as I was hoping anyway, looking at what the Geno did. Also, the amount of extra back behind them monsters that are getting hit because they move them too close is lovely. It's gonna be a nice little haul of experience. Thank you. Now, he can move far enough that if I do this right, I'd have to move him off the castle so he wouldn't heal automatically. You still have a heal. You still have a protect. You do not. You do have a silence. You can't reach anything that's useful. So you should get the hell out of Dodge. I'm just wondering, if I do it right, I can move around and kill the griffin. But it would put him in big time danger, and he wouldn't be on the castle anymore. Let's do that for sure, because that just makes sense. He's full health, so why would I not attack with him? I could run away with you, but I could also heal him now before he gets off the castle. So he's in full health for when he's not on it anymore. The only problem is then one of them is probably going to move on the castle. And it would take all three of them, I think, so to be able to do this. I actually can't get them all there. I could just move him. You know what? I'm just going to leave him there, I think. can move him down. What I should probably do is try to get the level 7 one out of there if I can. Let's hit him. He's fresh. I've healed him, so I'm safe to attack with him. Do a little more damage to Glaus. He missed me back, which is even better. Now, they'll probably heal up and stay, but if I'm lucky, maybe they'll run. If they don't run, maybe I can take out Grind if he doesn't run away like a pansy. Yeah, I knew you were going to go after him. That's fine. Okay, you do that. That's actually good for me in the long run because now I can kill that Griffin. EI slash on him is fine. Cool. So, here's the thing. I want that lizard man to level up. You think you can manage 54 damage if you actually hit him? Yep, sure did. Thank you. Dragon failed to escape. Lizard man failed to escape. The only thing left that can damage me is the Griffin. You don't have any magic points left. Just move over there out of the way. You keep moving away. You should leave now. You missed, you piece of shit. Yes, please keep giving Lewintail free experience. Yes, please keep giving my lizard man free experience. See you later, asshole. So I can delete the dragon. Now the lizard man I can keep. We also got our first evolved monster, which is pretty dope. Scalio's going after those guys. Carleon's going after Scalio. Uelmeki is going after those guys. Those guys being the Empire. Fatisha just got 8 magic points, which she doesn't do a lot of magic stuff, but still, bonuses are bonuses. So, let's go over to Alarium, shall we? First things first. You have lots of rune power. And there you go. Delete the level 5 dragon because they're useless to us in this playthrough for more than defense, and we're about to get ready to start doing attacks. He didn't quite get level 10, unfortunately, much as I was hoping he would. What he did get, however, is enough rune power from level 9 to class up his lizard guard. Or rather, class him up to a lizard guard. Excellent. Ghoul's up to level 6, and we'll definitely get at least 7. And if I can manage to sneak it out the next time I get into a fight, I wouldn't mind getting him an actual kill to try to get more levels. One lizard man's only level 2, but that one's level 8, almost 9. Level 7, almost 8. Level 5, level 7. We're going to have an army of lizard guards over here if they keep attacking us. And I'm okay with that. We're also up to a level 7 Centaur, which once we get him to level 10, he can shoot further away. They are setting us up for success on the western side of the map quite nicely. Thank you for your contributions. The thing is, there's not really any good monsters to replace with over here. So I think I'm not actually going to replace anything. Truth be told. Now we got the upgraded lizard guard who can breathe. We still have plenty of tanks with these two and their monsters. Don't really need... I actually had one or two too many before, which is kind of how they ended up dead, because I got tired of not having a place for them to do anything. So I think I'm just going to leave them the way they are. Jukes is these two. Right, I brought him here to get his monsters. You're getting a pixie. And I'm going to assign that before I decide what to do, because I can't remember how many monsters you have. You have 3. Okay. Let's get you 3 lizard men. There you are. Still bringing in over 700. That's awesome. He's now got a full roster and tons of Rune Power to build them up. So they only take 15 extra. That one's already evolved. Glorious. You move. Go to list noise. I don't want to summon anything. I want to see what I already have. Cool. So Cortina. So Cortina and Moorholt are going to go over to List Noise as well to make a second team with Vaynard. And Fatisha's going to go on a quest. There are still knights to be found. Execute the move. Execute the attack. I suspect we're not getting attacked again anytime soon. Now, the only downside is... Oh, we did actually get attacked. Okay. The only downside to the Empire getting beat up like that is now they're all going to start to gather where I was going to attack them again. But that's okay. I think because of the situation, I think I should probably put Dillard on the castle. Because Palamedes can at least get a little bit of self-heals. However, we're coming to the end of our time, so I'm going to go ahead and call it there. I was planning to put a slightly edited version of this out, but I forgot again to set up my recording settings. That's okay. You can watch the 2 parts of the playback. And we will see you next time. No, well, we won't see you next time because I can't ever remember to hit the right save button. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy, drop a like, subscribe, comment. Normally, tonight we're doing this on a Saturday because our buddy Valko Slanari took the night off. Normally, so that we're not basically competing with each other when we like watching each other's stuff. You'll just see me on typically Friday nights. So we will see you next time. And also, you'll soon see a regular non-challenge run, just hard mode playthrough. It's already started in video form with Leonian. Check that out if you're interested. Have a good day, night, morning, whatever it is where you are when you're watching this. Thanks for watching. Peace out.